Hello, my name is Amelia and I play the cello. Good evening and welcome to our final performance of 2025-2026 school year. Throughout the year, our orchestras have demonstrated consistent musical growth as have evolved into cohesive musical ensembles. Tonight, we will not only showcase a year worth of musical success, but recognize our outstanding orchestra musicians in the senior class of 2026. We will begin tonight's performance with the fast, energetic fiddle tune by Suhi Newbold entitled Blue Fire Fiddler, written in the traditional style of American fiddle music. This fun, energetic piece is sure to bring a smile to your face. Thank you.
Vangelo Caraggio, and I play the violin. Our next selection is the first movement from Orchestra to Lucio Silla by Wolfgang Amadeus Mozart. This selection is the overture from his Italian opera, Lucio Silla, which, composed at the age 16, was first performed in 1772. It tells the story of Lucius Cornelius Sulla, who was a soldier and dictator of ancient Rome. This piece demonstrates Mozart's playfulness and light compositional style.
Olshenhume wrote a trilogy of 3 works that he calls his mystical series. Mystical Towers is the second piece of the mystical trilogy in which mystical hero explores the ancient ruins of 2 magical towers. A dramatic, brooding theme that represents a dangerous power is introduced at the beginning by the cellos. A second hero theme is introduced by the violins and violas and represents a determination to obtain the magic relic locked away in the towers. In the middle section, the hero faces the biggest challenge yet, arpeggios. The majesty of the relic is revealed towards the end of the piece in a grand conclusion. Enjoy the energetic.
Hello, my name is Olivia and I play the viola. Our opening piece tonight is by German composer Franz Haydn, who lived from 1732 to 1809 and was a contemporary of Mozart. During his career, Haydn was a prolific composer, writing in all genres, including 104 symphonies. We will be performing the last movement of his 50th symphony. This piece demonstrates Haydn's light yet refined style, which conveys feelings of happiness. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Greg and I play the violin. In 1975, the Grammy Award-winning and Rock and Roll Hall of Fame inducted British rock band Queen released their unique hit song Bohemian Rhapsody. While the song is considered hard rock, it was notable for an introduction, ballad segment, and operatic elements similar to what one would hear in a traditional classic music forms. We will be joined by Brendan Tanner on drums and Chris Fleur on piano. Please enjoy Queen's Bohemian Rhapsody. Thank you.
violin. Our final selection was composed by Percy Aldridge Granger, who was an Australian-born composer and pianist who eventually became an American citizen. He lived between 1882 and 1961. As a composer, he was very interested in British folk music and dances and incorporated them into his compositions. He composed Molly on the Shore in 1907 as a birthday gift to his mother. The piece was originally composed for string quartet, then later arranged for wind ensemble. The piece features two contrasting Irish reels or dances, one of which is called Temple Hill, the other is Molly on the Shore. The lively dance themes are intricately intertwined and move throughout the orchestra in a variety of variations and styles. Enjoy one of Granger's most popular works, Molly on the Shore.
Good evening and welcome to the final concert of the school year. So exciting to be here tonight. It's also bittersweet because we are closing the chapter of the lives of our outstanding senior class. I apologize, I missed having our seniors stand in the last orchestra. Normally I always do that. I even saw my note long after we passed that moment. But I'll catch the next two. Before we begin tonight, let's please recognize our seniors in chamber strings. Some of these seniors have been in this group since they were freshmen. Stay standing if you've been in here since your freshman year. Give them a round of applause.
Hello, my name is Mariana, and I play the violin. Tonight, we will be performing the first two movements from Serenade in E major for string orchestra by Czech composer Antoine Dvorak. Since its premiere in 1876, the piece has garnered popularity and is considered a staple in string orchestra repertoire. In the first movement, the listener hears the famous musical line stated by the cello section and is quoted and developed throughout all 5 movements. The second movement is in the style of a waltz. This work is challenging both individually and as an ensemble. We have spent countless hours learning the parts and putting them together within our sections and preparing this challenging work. Please do not applaud between the 2 movements. We hope you enjoy our performance of the first 2 movements of this famous piece.
Before I forget, let's have all our seniors stand. Give them a round of applause. Now, let's have them stay standing if they've been here all 4 years in the symphony.
Hello, my name is Abby and I play the violin. Claire Grunman lived between 1913 and 1996. He was born in Cleveland, graduated from Shaw High School, and attended The Ohio State University. He studied composition with Paul Hinde. He composed a large array of works, including numerous pieces for the symphonic band, many of which are considered staples of the wind band repertoire. His second American Folk Rhapsody for full orchestra is a flashy work that features 3 traditional American folk songs: Billy Boy, Skip to My Lou, and Shenandoah. This fun piece captures the essence of America's culture, roots, and spirit.
By the way, on a side note, this is the piece that we sight read at State Orchestra here, and they earned a 1 in the sight reading room on. I don't too often turn around and use a sight reading piece in a performance, but this is a great piece of music, and it's been around a while. So it's kind of a surprise to us. We went in and sight read this. They did a great job, of course, and so we're performing it here for you tonight.
Hello, my name is Joe, and I play the cello. In 2008, Stephen Bryant composed his work, Dusk. In the composer notes, Mr. Bryant writes, "The simple choral-like work captures the reflective calm of dusk, paradoxically illuminated by the fiery hues of sunset. I'm always struck by the dual nature of this experience, as if short, passionate evocation of this moment of still dramatic stillness. As we celebrate and reflect on the class of 2026, dusk represents the sunset on one chapter of their lives. But remember that sunsets are always followed by a sunrise. Seniors, may your sunrise be bright and warm. Enjoy Stephen Bryant's stunning work, Dusk."
Hello, my name is Andrew and I play the bass. Between 1914 and 1917, English composer Gustav Holst composed his seven-movement orchestral work, The Planets, in which every movement portrays the character and personality of a planet in our solar system. Jupiter, the fourth movement, is appropriately named Bringer of Jollity. Holst portrays Jupiter with an abundance of life and vitality. Therefore, the music is buoyant and exuberant. Nobility, the generosity are allegedly characteristics of those born under Jupiter. And in the slower middle section, Holst provides a broad, hymn-like tune embodying those traits. The musical themes from Jupiter are widely recognized and been used as background music for movies, television shows, and much more. Since March, we've been busy learning this musically challenging work and are so proud to showcase our efforts. Enjoy our performance of Jupiter.
All right, good evening, everybody. We're going to go ahead and get started. All right. All right, so only 7 months ago, we opened the new school year with our first performance following the potluck dinner concert in early October. Since that performance, our student musicians and their respective orchestras have demonstrated consistent improvement in musical growth, culminating with an amazing performance tonight. Playing an instrument is a discipline that requires patience and understanding, especially since musical art is never truly mastered, but continuously building to the next level. Tonight's performance is the perfect example, at least, of 1 year's growth of learning and commitment. Our students can be very proud and thankful for those who have supported their musical journey over the years. Right now, let us take a moment to recognize our amazing parents for their support and commitment to music education. Over the years, your parents have provided immense support in both time and finances, from driving you to and from rehearsals and performances, to paying for your instrument, new accessories, upgraded instruments, private lessons, orchestra trips, and much more. Parental support is paramount to a successful orchestra program, and thank you, parents, for your dedication and support of music education. One more round of applause, please, to the parents. Next, I want to express our sincere gratitude to our amazing volunteer support organization. Each year, this devoted group of volunteers spend countless hours countless hours collaborating and serving in order to provide the necessary resources to make our instrumental music department a success, including sheet music, uniforms, supplies, trips, awards, instruments, and the upkeep and repair of equipment. Please give a round of applause to the Strongsville Instrumental Music Boosters. Each year, I start by recognizing all of the classes in our orchestra program. These students have dedicated a lot of time and talent and hard work to be fruitful members of our orchestra team. From freshmen to upperclassmen, I'm proud of the hard work and musical talents of each amazing class, whose work ethic are the lifeblood and culture of this amazing program. Congratulations to our freshmen on completing your first year of high school orchestra. Congratulations to our sophomores on completing your second year of orchestra. And congratulations to our juniors on the successful completion of 3 years in the program. Juniors will be receiving their varsity letter in class probably tomorrow in recognition of this accomplishment. Once again, Strongsville High School Orchestra students entered over 70 events at the Ohio Music Education Association District 4 Solo and Ensemble Contest held at North Ridgeville on Saturday, February 7th. These musicians spent countless hours practicing and preparing for this important musical event. Each of our students earned superior and excellent ratings. Will all solo and ensemble participants please stand and be recognized? Okay, next slide. The Tri-M National Music Honor Society recognizes juniors and seniors who have met rigorous academic and musical standards. These exemplary students are musical ambassadors whose values are emphasized through service, advocacy, and leadership in the Strongsville High School music program. Will all of our Tri-M members please stand and be recognized? For this next part of the presentation, please hold your applause to the end. This past school year, we had numerous musicians who were, again, members of various performing ensembles outside of Strongsville High School. These dedicated and committed musicians spent a great deal of additional time preparing music and attending rehearsals, sectionals, and performances well beyond their commitment to their high school orchestra. This past year, we had students in the following ensembles: Tri-C Orchestra, Symphony West Orchestra, the Kent State Youth Winds, the Cleveland Youth Wind Symphony, the Contemporary Youth Orchestra, Kaboom Studio Orchestra, and the Cleveland Orchestra Youth Orchestra. Please stand and be recognized. We had 9 musicians selected for the 2025 Northeast Regional Orchestra. The Northeast Regional Orchestra, also known as NERO, is a premier audition honor orchestra sponsored by the Ohio Music Education Association and consists of musicians in grades 8 through 12 from Northeast Ohio. Their performance was held at Baldwin Walsh University in November. Please stand and be recognized. Next, All-State Choir. The Ohio Music Education Association All-State Choir is a select group of outstanding vocalists from all over the state who auditioned last spring. The All-State Choir performed at the Ohio Music Education Association's professional conference in Columbus back in January. This year, one of our violinists was also a member of the 2026 All-State Choir. Congratulations, and please stand, Maddie Drosty. We had 2 students selected for the 2026 All-State Orchestra, which is the 23rd year in a row that Strongsville High School has had at least 1 student selected for this elite ensemble. String players are chosen amongst the highest seeded players in each of the 5 regional orchestras throughout Ohio and represent the best high school musicians in the state. The All-State Orchestra performed in Columbus at the OMEA conference back in January. Our 2026 All-State Orchestra musicians were Christopher Fleur, violin, and Andrew Kunzelman, bass. Next slide. This year's Strongsville High School Chamber Strings consisted of 33 string players from the Symphony Orchestra who rehearse 1 to 2 times a week. Playing in chamber strings is a commitment, but well worth the time and effort as we learn and perform major string orchestra repertoire, as you heard this evening. This ensemble frequently performs for school and community functions, as well as our regular orchestra concerts. Thanks for another exceptional year of fine playing, quality performance, and your countless hours and dedication. Please stand and recognize our chamber strings. Well, once again, it's been another musically rewarding school year. Back on October 24th, our chamber strings had an amazing performance at the Northern Ohio String Festival held at Baldwin Walsh University. Then on February 20th, we hosted OMEA State Orchestra Contest, where all 4 of our orchestras performed. The freshman orchestra earned a superior rating. The string orchestra earned a superior rating, chamber strings earned a superior rating, and the symphony orchestra earned a superior rating. Congratulations for this musical accomplishment. At this time, I ask that you please hold your applause to the end. We're going to recognize our elected student leadership from each orchestra individually. I'm going to start by thanking our vice presidents, secretaries, historians, librarians, stage managers, and student activity coordinators for their assistance and hard work throughout the year. These students were elected by their peers last May to serve at these capacities. Please stand and be recognized as your group's leadership are announced. I ask that you hold your applause to the end. Each of these students will receive a pin for their service. If we could have some students down here to help give the pins out. We will start with our freshman orchestra leadership. Our vice president was Divij Mishra, Secretary Dean Soniker, our librarians Lila Gibson, Aubrey Lazinski, Lucas Waite, and Alex Yusko, our historian Ava Lynch, our student activity coordinator Alfonso Flynn, and our stage manager Ella Engel. From our string orchestra, we're going to recognize our president at this time. Our president, Anissa Odatala, our vice president, Jillian Mego, our secretary, Lily Woods, our librarian, Lulu Nawabit, historians, Bella Pacheco, student activity coordinator, Sama Abadallah, and our stage manager, Alam Odatala. And now from the Symphony Orchestra, our Vice President, Andrew Kunzelman, Secretary Violet Karam, librarians Yasmin Chavez, Chris Fleur, Sylvia Kroll, and Samu Palakonda, and James Strunk. Our historian, Lila Ramage, our Student Activity Committee, Ava Lucas, Will Sykes, and Chloe Yoon, and our stage manager, Joe Salisbury. At this time, I want to recognize the presidents for their leadership and dedication. These students have been working hard since their election last May. This year's freshman orchestra president is Charlie Ramage. Yeah. Next speeches will come. This year's string orchestra president is sophomore Anissa Odatala. Jillian Mego, our vice president, who is a senior, will be speaking on behalf of Anissa.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to our spring concert. I want to start off the night by saying thank you to everyone for being here on not only our last concert of the 2025-2026 school year, but our seniors' last concert of their high school journey. Over the years, the orchestra program have shaped us in ways that go far beyond playing music. It taught us patience, discipline, and how to be a part of something bigger than ourselves. Yes, we all had our struggles, where we looked at a piece and said, no way this is happening, where we became overwhelmed, exhausted, or even doubted ourselves. But we kept showing up, which is what matters the most in the end. Every rehearsal, every wrong note, every time we had to restart, and every time we had to play the same thing over and over again, it all has led to this. Tonight isn't just about the music you have heard, but the years of practice behind it. It isn't just about looking back, but it's about moving forward. It isn't just about being perfect on the first attempt. It's about pushing ourselves through difficult measures. Thank you to our directors, Mr. Heyer, Mr. Tyson, for taking us down this path of success and showing us how people of different backgrounds can come together through music. Thank you to those who have put in the time and effort into making our concerts and events possible. Congratulations to our graduating musicians. Although it may be tough, tonight isn't officially goodbye for us. It's us playing the final note of one movement before our next one begins. Thank you.
This year's Symphony Orchestra president is Ishvar Ganesh.
Good afternoon, everyone. As you know, I'm Ishfar Ganesh, and I did have a speech written, but I feel like it's a little more authentic to just kind of talk off the cuff here. So, there's a moment in every single concert right before Mr. Hire gives us the downbeat where he strikes down his baton. And in that moment, all of us turn from different students into one unified voice. I think that orchestra is one of the most amazing things that's ever happened to this school because it brings together all of us. I mean, look all around you guys. Everyone from so many different backgrounds. Yep, go ahead, look at it. Yep. Honestly, I would never expect to see many of you guys in other parts of the school. But there's so many people that I've met because of orchestra and so many connections that I've formed that I'm so incredibly happy to be a part of. Over my past 4 years of being in orchestra, it's truly been an amazing time, and I'm sure it's been the same for all of you seniors. But we definitely could not have done this without the support of our parents, SIMB, Mr. Hire, and Mr. Tyson. Round of applause for all of them, please. As we already covered a little bit before, I want to give a massive shout out to our student activities coordinators and our librarians and our historian for actually making sure this orchestra runs the way that it needs to so that our music is always prepped and so that all of our events go super smoothly. A big round of applause for them as well, guys. With that being said, seniors, it is very sad for all of us that we're going to have to be leaving and that we won't be able to play as part of this amazing orchestra. But I don't think that this is the end for us. It's only the starting, and I'm sure we'll all continue to play and cherish the relationships that we had built all throughout this time. So yeah. And quickly, before I finish here, I know last year we had an amazing gift for Mr. Hire, but this year I wanted something that he could keep in his office just to remember us a little bit. So let me go grab my little gift really quick. All right, Mr. Hire, although this might not make the most sense, I hope that you keep it every day in your office and you think of us just a little bit whenever you see it. So here you go. Absolutely. I'm happy you enjoy it, Mr. Hire. Maybe you can take a nap if you ever need it, if you're tired of us. But with that being said, I can't forget about Mr. Tyson. So, Mr. Tyson, could I please invite you to the stage? Mr. Tyson, we have also presented you with a little buddy to accompany you for the rest of your career, just so that you think of us every time you go into your office. So if you want to open it up. You want to play it a little bit for us? Thank you guys so much for being amazing directors, and I hope you guys will enjoy those gifts.
Okay, now we're going to move on to the awards portion. We always have amazing seniors every single year, and it's always difficult to choose just one or two individuals. But when we go through all this, I feel that we have such amazing musicians. I'm always proud of giving these out and letting people know how much we appreciate everything they've done over 4 years. We're going to start with the Director's Award. The Director's Award is given to senior students who have positively impacted the orchestra program through their leadership, dedication, positive attitude, and musicianship over the last 4 years. These students are the first to volunteer and are always assisting wherever and whenever needed. You can find the names of past recipients engraved on the plaque in the trophy case outside the auditorium. This year's recipients are bassist Andrew Kunzelman and violinist Aliyah Suleiman. The Leonard Bernstein Musicianship Award recognizes outstanding senior musicians who have completely dedicated themselves to perfecting their technical and musical skills on their instrument. Recipients have continuously involved themselves with every possible performance opportunity, both within and outside of the high school orchestra program, including participation in honors groups and select ensembles. They spend countless hours in the practice room working on their next concerto, preparing for competitions, and learning musical excerpts for the ensembles in which they play. You can find the names of past recipients engraved on the plaque in the trophy case outside the auditorium. And by the way, many of those names now enjoy careers in the music field or are currently working on degrees in music. This year's 2 recipients are bassist Robert Mozak and flautist Helena Taylor. All right. Okay, next. The National School Orchestra Award is conferred upon a senior orchestra member in recognition of singular merit and outstanding contributions to the success of the school orchestra program, for displaying an unusual degree of loyalty and cooperation, and for exemplifying a high standard of conduct. This year's recipient will be added to a long list of past students, several of whom now enjoy professional careers in music. I would like to note that past recipients, as listed on the screen, are those who have received the honor during my tenure at Strongsville High School. Recipients under previous directors are listed on plaques found outside in the display outside the auditorium. This year's recipient has been a member of the Strongsville High School Symphony Orchestra and Chamber Strings since their freshman year. They have regularly participated in solo and ensemble contests and have been a member of several Northeast regional orchestras and all-state orchestra. Over the past 4 years, the recipient has consistently demonstrated exceptional musical skills and has been a reliable and consistent leader, as they have served as section leader, always willing to go above and beyond to help fellow students, the orchestra, and the orchestra program. They have exhibited the highest degree of musicianship, commitment, servitude, and dedication spanning all levels of our program. They are always positive and place others before themselves. It is with great pleasure and honor that I present the 2026 National School Orchestra Award to our concertmaster, Christopher Fleur. Now we will recognize our outstanding musicians in the class of 2026. Please ask you hold your applause to the very end. As I call your names, you will come forward. We have our senior plaques ready to go with your last name on the outside of the box so we can get it to you. And here we go. Are you ready? Alphabetical order. All right, first up, Dana Amawi, who plans to attend Cleveland State University with a major in health sciences and pursuing a future medical field. A degree in a medical field. Yeah, pre-med track. Next, we have Wyatt Banks. He's going to play at Kent State University and major in music technology. Next, we have Graham Bubb, and he's going to be attending The Ohio State University and major in music education. Timothy Charles, who plans to major in chemical engineering at the University of Dayton. Evie Kutras plans to go to John Carroll University and major in finance. She's also going to be playing on the women's soccer team. Liam Dara will be attending Case Western Reserve University and double major in physics and music. Maddie Drosty will be attending Baldwin Wallace University and majoring in musical theater. Chris Fleur will be attending The Ohio State University to double major in piano performance and neuroscience, pre-med track. And we have right beside me Ishvar Ganesh, who's going to The Ohio State University, where he will major in finance. All right. Next, Zaire Goddard plans to go to Tri-C, and then when he's finished, he's going to go major in accounting. Jenny Guo will be attending The Ohio State University as a psychology major. Ronnie Heron's going to take a gap year and go to France to be an au pair. Lauren Hollisey will be attending The Ohio State University to major in business. Michael Ivanoff will be attending Kent State University to major in marketing and minor in music. Olivia Kleinschmidt will be attending Miami University to major in biology and pre-med. Andrew Kunzelman will be attending Carnegie Mellon University to a major in electrical and computer engineering. We won't be playing football there. Alex Lang will be attending The Ohio State University to major in biology. Addison Mahoney will be attending Ohio University to major in hearing, speech, and language science. Zenon Mannon will be attending Ohio State University and major in economics and public policy. Jillian Mego will be attending Kent State University and major in psychology. Yay. Robert Mozak will be attending Baldwin Wallace University and major in music education. Rupan Noor will be going to The Ohio State University to major in electrical and computer engineering. Yeah, it is. That's a great picture, Rupan. I do not remember that. All right. Juliette Noss will be attending The Ohio State University and major in biology. Alan Modisalo will be attending Baldwin Wallace University and major in finance and business administration and accounting. Justin Alexander Olzine Jr. will be attending the United States Marines. Christina Ong will be going to Villanova University and majoring in biomedical engineering. Kartik Pandey will be attending the University of Cincinnati and major in chemical engineering. Samu Palakonda will be attending The Ohio State University to major in biology and public health. Mariana Ponce will be attending the University of Notre Dame and major in political science and global affairs. Darshan Rujabetan will be attending Ohio State University and major in biology. Hunter Rareborn will be attending the University of Wisconsin at Stevens Point. He will major in cybersecurity. Mallory Rusnica will be attending The Ohio State University and majoring in aerospace engineering and minoring in music. Joe Salisbury will be attending and going to the United States Marine Corps. That's what he put on here. That's what he put on here. He put Marine Corps. Oh. Will Sykes will be attending Tri-C for business technology. Greg Sissimus will be attending Heidelberg University and double major pre-law and business. Luke Soniker will be attending at Baldwin Wallace University and major in mechanical engineering. Anastasia Stepanov will be attending the University of Akron and majoring in marketing. James Strunk will be attending Baldwin Wallace University and major in engineering. Aaliyah Soliman will be attending Miami University and majoring in mathematics. Lily Sumter will be going to the Brown Avita Institute to be an esthetician. Helena Taylor will be attending The Ohio State University, where she will major in flute performance and psychology. And last but not least, Emily Zozulio will be attending Kent State University as a studio art major. Well, I will tell you this, parents, I'm sure you'll agree with me. Our future looks bright with the class 26. They all have lofty expectations and goals, and without a doubt, I know these students, they will all be successful with everything you heard on this screen tonight. Very proud of them. Seniors, thank you so much, and congratulations to you. Couple reminders, seniors, you do need to change and return your uniforms. The rest of you, all of you, need to put everything away. Please join us for a dessert reception in the cafeteria. Thank you.